The basic page is a content type that may contain text and images. Let's add a basic page to our site. I've logged into my new site, and next to the main admin link is the shortcut menu link. There you'll see the links to the most popular admin pages in the platform. I will click Add Content. And select Basic Page. A basic page has two main fields, the title and the body field, that includes an editor where you can add your page content. There is also a sidebar with page configuration options. A page title is required. For simplicity, our title will be Page 1. In the body section of the page, we will paste in our content from our training asset files. All content needs to meet federal ADA law and university standards for accessibility. This page has two sections and a subsection, so I will format these sections with the correct heading structure. The first heading on the page is always a heading 2. Use the paragraph formatting drop-down and select heading 2. We use headings to outline the page content, so we don't want to skip headings. We will always start a section with a heading 2, and then any subsections will go next numerically, and this will be a heading 3. I can still configure text styles, such as the first two sentences of this page. I want to accentuate those, so they're not headings. We won't use the heading formatting, but what we will do is we will apply a style. So to make the text just a little bit larger, we'll use the lead style. When I click within the sentence, I don't see the style applied in the editor, but it will be applied when we save the page. You can check your work though by looking over in the styles drop down, and you can see what style has been applied to the content. There is also a list on this page, and so again I want to properly format this as a list using either the bulleted list or the numbered list in the editor. We'll select bulleted list. The editor has a lot of familiar formatting buttons, and if you hover over a button, a tooltip appears with the button name, so you'll know the button's function. There is a special section of buttons that will insert features such as buttons, the campus map, or even a content box. To add media images, we will use the Insert Media button. There is a tab for images and videos. On the Images tab, we will click Choose File and navigate to the location on our computer with our training assets. The image that we want for this page is the instructor lecturing, so we'll select that and then click Open. The media item hasn't been created yet. We have a few more tasks to do. We need to give this image some alternative text. We could also add a caption if we wanted to, but just the alternative text is required. Click Save when you're done, and this will take us to the media library. As we scroll down, we'll see a couple other images are already existing in the media library. We will check our new image and then click Insert Selected. The image inserted where my cursor last was. So I'd like this image to go up just a little bit further so I can drag it to the location I want. Or again, you could put your cursor there in the first place to indicate where you'd like the image to be. With the image selected, you'll see some formatting tools. I can choose the word wrap, and I'd like to align this image to the right. I can also link this to some media, or I could override the image alternative text. I can also select a default size, and so we're just gonna select the small size. Once my content is in place and edited, I can now go over to this configuration sidebar. What I'd like to do now is place this page in the main navigation of the site. So I'll expand menu settings, check the box next to provide a menu link, and then scroll down to the parent link. It is already by default selected main navigation, which is what I'd like. The menu link title is correct. So now I'll click Save. And page 1 has now been added to our site. We'll see now that the lead style has been applied to the first couple of sentences. Our heading, list, and the image are all formatted correctly. Learn more about site building in our Site Building Fundamentals playlist.